Hey guys, it's me again. Wow, the benzoyl peroxide really does the works on my face. Point is that I'm back and I want to provide more clarification for what I said originally in that previous video. Point is, I'll be so honest with you guys, it's kind of a goodbye to what you knew about me previously because I don't care anymore. And that's quite an exaggeration, but let me elaborate further. So, wait, no, what? Oh, different fucking video. Sorry, I saw a cool video. Point is, I wanted to talk about more about where I'm at in my life and how all this content shit fits. This thing just stopped fucking working. It's just so sad. Alright, sorry, I'm distracted. Point is, I do not care about this as much anymore as I did previously. When I was growing up, this was fucking everything to me. But that was just cope because I had no friends. Me getting rich was cope because I wanted to have, like, to feel special. Everything I've been working towards has been cope because of something I was lacking in my childhood, and I felt as though because I'm an adult, I had to exact revenge on the people that hurt me in the past. But I'm better than them now. I've been around the fucking world. I've met celebrities personally. I've done amazing, cool shit. You know? I've done things only people my age could have dreamed of because I pushed myself for it. I already won. So who the hell was I battling? And then I sat down 2 days ago in the afternoon and I realized I just shifted the goalpost. I just kept shifting the goalpost. You could even hear it in the videos. If you look back on my videos, it's this person, it's that person. I was jealous of this guy, jealous of that guy. No matter what, I was jealous of someone else. And all I wanted to be was like someone else. I wanted to be the guy with the dream physique. Why did he get to have it without me having to work as hard, you know? Why did he have to have the better pass? So that way he didn't have to work through his past trauma before gaining like a workout routine. Why wasn't his as hard as mine? Wah. I look at that now, and obviously my frustration is valid, but what I also see is me just constantly trying to compare myself to another person. It's never going to be enough. Every single goal I jump into, every single like mission I jump into, it's going to be, I need to be like this guy. Oh, XQC got to the highest rank in Deadlock in like a few months. Why aren't I there? You know, there's like these levels to this shit. And it just gets me thinking, you know, if I keep going down this path, even if I do get rich, even if I do get that physique, it will never be enough. I will work myself into the ground until I'm dead. It's not worth it anymore. But that doesn't mean I quit. It just means I'm going to rethink the way I'm doing all of this because I find a lot of passion in this and making YouTube videos and stuff. But I put an insurmountable amount of pressure on me and my videos that now I've decided to subjugate all of the goals that I have for myself into 3 parts. Every day, I must wake up and work on my physical, which includes working out, skincare, and dieting. You have to prioritize all 3 of those things. You have to also work on your financial, which is me working towards job interviews, which is me working on computer science, which is me researching how businesses are ran, and then creative, which is this. It could be me buying Lego, it could be me playing in Minecraft with my partner. That's literally whatever. Me working on videos, even if I do that for 10 minutes, even if I do all of those things for 10 minutes, I have officially checked off my creative, financial, and physical goals. And then I can jerk off all day. No, I'm kidding. I can watch anime all day. I can fucking play Minecraft all day, you know? I could do whatever the hell I want all day. And I won't feel guilty. Because at the end of the day, I'm realizing now that unless you specifically want fame or millions for some specific goal, there's no fucking rush, bro. If you're comfortable where you're at, which is what I am, there's no rush, bro. Like, there's so many people, because obviously you can compare yourself to Kai Cenat and Speed and like the legends of this shit, and you can see where they came up from, and you could see how hungry they were to get greater than where they were. But someone like me is in a very comfortable position. And for me, my self-worth isn't tied to my work ethic now or my money. Before it was, but before I was obsessed with showing off to people. I was obsessed with it. I wanted to buy BB Simon fucking belts. I wanted to buy Aleeks belts. You know what I'm saying? The LV belts, the Off-White belts. I wanted not Amiri jeans, because Amiri jeans are stupid, bro. Go to fucking Old Navy and you can get the same thing. Point is, I wanted to dress up the part. I want the I got this like light blue Bape hoodie, bro. I look like an you guys know what I was about to say. Oh my god, I look stupid. Point is, I had all this shit that inflated my ego, but spiritually, I really wasn't that healthy. And I'm realizing now, if I had money, I'd much rather, if I were to choose, like, here's a good example. If I were to choose between sunglasses, I'd much rather choose between $300 Oakleys than $300 Louis Vuittons. Both are expensive, but one is a brand that has made its entire identity providing the best possible care for your eyesight, and another is just a brand that has a fucking name on it. But yet, at the end of the day, they cost the same price. Take, for instance, this is just my initial thinking, but a Mercedes Maybach versus like a fucking Lamborghini lime green, like Huracan, you know? Take the Huracan, okay? You plop it in the middle of a frickin' Walmart. It's gonna stand out like a store thumb, you know? Everyone's gonna know that you got the frickin' Lambo, you know? But obviously, that's the point. You want people to know that you got the Lambo. But why does that matter? Why does that matter? You can say that you like fast cars, sure, but why the fuck is it lime green, you know? Oh, I like lime green. Yeah, okay, you can like a lot of shit. What you do really like, without saying it publicly, is that you like the idea of being fawned over. You enjoy the idea of you being above others. You believe that your self-respect was taken from you, so you have to inflate it using the material wealth that you have. Even then, the majority of these people around my block, they rent their fucking Corvettes, bro. They rent their fucking Lambos. There's this one guy, he has this fucking Persian chick. He drives this fucking Lambo, like this Lambo Urus all over the place. Goes to like a country club or something. This motherfucker is so unhappy. He never even shows himself in public. It's only his girl who's the most snarky bitch. Snarky bitch on the whole block. You know what I'm saying? I bet like at least $100 that guy hates his life. Or he loves it because he loves how shallow it is. But that's the whole point, man. I'm realizing that a lot of people, when they get money, they're shallow. That they'll spend money on something like a Lamborghini. Which, what happens when you have kids? That's a two-seater. Oh, the kids, you know, we're going to buy a family car. No, are you fucking stupid? Buy a fucking Maybach, bro. You want something that has ultimate luxury, so that way, even if it isn't your kids, you can bring other people you love around with you. That's the point. If you can't take the homies with you, if you can't take your kiddies with you, then what's the point of the car? The car is meant to transport people from one place to another. It's not meant to make people with shallow or low egos feel uplifted. Of course you can do that and pay an extra $300,000. But I'd rather put that $300,000 towards comfortable seats and leg room and like TV screens behind the seats and, you know, fucking wine rack behind the passenger. So that way, even if it's kids, there's little apple juice boxes back there. You know what I mean? And if I buy a house, I don't need, like, it's so evident in the people that buy the, like, even Drake, he bought like the $100 million embassy downtown here at Park Lane. What's the point? Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, with all due respect, you're not married and you got one kid. You know how awesome it would look if the house was downgraded by like a third of its size, like to 1/3 of its size? That would be a power move. Because instead of you trying to uplift yourself and your value based on how valuable your house is or your music collection is, how about how valuable you are spiritually? How about how much time you take to reflect on yourself and be public about your self-reflection? That takes a lot of strength and honesty, and that would make you way more beautiful than a $100 million house. That's what my girl and I hope to achieve, you know? If we are able to achieve success in our lives, creatively, financially, and physically, our end goal is that spiritually we'll be worth so much more. And even then, when you start focusing on yourself and these things, you start to piece together a life that, you know, is more whole to you. When I was growing up, I would go on fucking Essence and look up, oh, okay, you know what? I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, I was talking about Essence just now, like they're like super expensive. Bro, there's this one brand called Aries that is so fucking sick, dude. I'm so sorry, dude. It's so sick. Hold on. I'm so sorry. What the fuck? Like, okay, look at this shit. You cannot, okay, that is so fucking expensive. Why are they so expensive now? What the fuck, dude? Okay, look. That is retarded. Okay, now that I see it, these are kind of retarded. What was that? Like, listen, like, some their pieces are fire though. Like, what the fuck do you mean that's $300? I can buy that at, what's the guy? Simon's. I can get that shit at Simon's. What the fuck are we doing here, bro? I'm sorry. I'm going on a tangent now. Oh, come on. You were so cool like a few years ago. Anyways, I lost my point. But point is that when you start focusing on yourself and your spiritual well-being and recovering from your past trauma, you begin to realize that the work you put in towards things has to intrinsically come within you. And a lot of your life starts adapting to you. And this is where Aries came in. Before, I used to be into a brand like that. I used to want D-squared fucking belts with the maple leaf on it, which is still sick. I would love to buy that. That would be fucking cool. Go to Calgary with that shit. That would go hard as fuck. But imagine that, right? A man who's wearing an outfit that may look good, but costs so much more than something you could walk into Simon's and grab, you know? But now, I went from me wanting to buy light blue Bape hoodies and fucking that type of clothes even, which is still cool, don't get me wrong, but now I'm much more into earth tones. I'm much more into grays and flat grass greens and like grays and browns. Like, I'm finding that I love a more earthly tone to me. I like something more just down to earth, you know? I still like brighter pieces, don't get me wrong, but I much prefer more muted tones. And even then, like the barber I'm going to, the aesthetic of the barber as well, it matches that like earthy, woody feeling that I'm got going on. And I'm realizing that as you continue to live life, you begin to formulate an aesthetic for yourself. There's many people who talk about my aesthetic this, my aesthetic that. No, you're fucking stupid. Aesthetic comes from you looking inwardly and realizing who you are as a person, and naturally you find that within yourself. The aesthetic that you have is a reflection of how you are as a person right now. If your aesthetic is light blue Hurricane, fucking Rolls Royce, which if you're buying a fucking Rolls Royce, that's meant to be chauffeured in. It's not a fucking family car. It's not a, like, maybe I'm wrong. You can fucking rip me to shreds in the comments. But a Rolls Royce you're meant to be drived in. You're not meant to fucking, you know, same thing could maybe go for the Maybach, but I think that'd be an awesome family vehicle. Point is that you begin to find out more about yourself once you shed the things like the trauma of your past. And that's what I'm realizing now. And I'm realizing that the goals I've set for myself right now just aren't worth it at the pace that I'm going at. It's not worth it. So I'd much rather do this and enjoy myself than torture myself for you guys. You know, torture myself about when's the next video. I'm done, bro. I'm done. And if I post more often, fuck, it's just because I want to, man. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if I don't even post again, it's because I moved on to something else. I'll be so honest with you. I still find this fun, but fuck, dude, I'm much more into making money. I'm much more into making money and living my best life with my girl, bro. This shit ain't it for me, bro. This shit's so champ. Anyways, I'm gonna keep talking about this new progression in my life. Continue to subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoy this progression in myself and the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. I love y'all. Peace out, bitches.